what I'm thinking now is that how should we go about this? If you have any questions, I think that's the first thing to do. But actually, I think there are people in here which might have a good points as well. So what I'm thinking is that how would you find it if we just talk with the little groups with the person sitting next to you, and then maybe after 5 minutes, let's just pause and see if somebody has something to say which might be important or interesting to the rest of the group. Because it's kind of a big group to talk one by one if we don't really have anything to say precisely.
Yeah, if you have questions about malware or whatever, I can probably answer some of them. I can't talk much about our company or how do we work or anything specific. I can tell about some products we are currently releasing in regards of NSA and other current news. We have some cool stuff coming.
Yeah, I noticed you're building a cloud storage platform.
Yes, an encrypted.
It's a good market to check.
Yeah.
Just in time. Thank you, Snorri.
Yeah.
But then also, Johannes, I guess you had a chance to talk to Kiki when you picked her up from the airport. So maybe is there any kind of insight you could give as to what she's going to talk about tomorrow, maybe? Or?
Yeah. Well, actually, I have nothing on the contents side really. What she mentioned is that she has some really cool thing, which is I don't know what, which she's going to show. Probably something regarding to like technical things on the presentation, and like how she's going to present. So, but I had no idea what that would be. And also, I mean, yeah, no, I didn't manage to get something out of her. I was trying to ask about like Silk Road and that kind of stuff, just out of curiosity, but I
Silk Road just got busted because the administrator was stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty simple.
That's what she said as well. But I mean, it's maybe regarding the Silk Road users and
That's another test.
something which is actually they mentioned in Helsinki Sanomat recently that they actually made a investigation in Finland as and that's interesting to see how long they're able to keep out the actual users.
People tend to use similar names all around the web, even if they really shouldn't. And different kind of IPFS URLs that somehow point to you in conversations for if you spend a half a year on a drug-related forum, you most likely have told something about yourself that you shouldn't have.
Yeah. But I'd say let's just end this big discussion here and just chat with the friends and people you don't know. And regarding the points, for example, this you actually mentioned a great point, which actually I think I'm trying to mention a couple of times to the media companies from this point on. You mentioned that maybe the media companies should be actually responsible for operating the Tor exit nodes, which actually I think it's a great idea. So I mean that's something which people like journalists are able to actually bring forward in their organizations, and also I think that's something which is kind of like their responsibility right now. So I mean if you manage to end up in that kind of a point of like whatever topic, that's something which of course would be nice to tell everybody. And just, but I mean yeah.
Also, I would like to say if like people are leaving now, I would like to ask if you have good ideas for Helsinki Hackers meetups, please get in touch with us because we're kind of like we've been really busy this autumn and we're running out of ideas because we've been running this for quite a time now. So we need some fresh ideas about interesting speakers and good topics and such. So you can contact us, Johannes or me, or in email or on Twitter or whatever means.
But and especially if you have somebody who you would like to hear and you haven't had the chance.
Yeah, exactly. You can even contact me via encrypted emails. Was this iDocker? Yes.
And like, so some of you use like GPT encryption, but how should we know that you would how we know that group we can like email with?
The thing with PGP or GPT, as the open source version goes, is that the public key is public. You can even search for if this email address has a public key.
But yeah, but it's
and you can use that to sign the outgoing email, and it can be only decrypted by the real.
I know, but like it would be good practice that journalists would actually like tell that you can actually send me.
Yeah, I think it's true. I put my public key on my Facebook profile, which is kind of like not a lot of people really go and click on the about link on Facebook, but I think it's a nice thing to have public keys visible somewhere so that people kind of are aware that this thing exists.
Some email program add-ons which handle encryption might have this option to search for PGP keys from open key servers. So that might be one option.
And one can make a habit of just putting the PGP signature to every message. Then it also tells the recipient that you can use PGP with that person, and also you can verify that it is the content of the message that you're sending via the signature. So just using the signatures is quite a lot when you're messaging to anyone.
But you can just send an email and say, do you have PGP?
Sure. All right, hey, thanks everybody. And seriously, if you have any ideas or anything which pops up, just be loud. Thank you for listening.
Right.
Hi everybody, my name is Mikael Levaniemi. I'm a senior server engineer at Helsinki Corporation. While I do not work in the labs, our internal and external information security is very close to my heart. And I have in the past worked with credit card systems, transactions, card issuing systems, and the like. So I'm pretty used of heavy duty information security practices and protocols. I just thought I'd like to share some words about your day-to-day malware, or even the high-caliber ones, which we have encountered. Now, most of the malware that you see around is, especially in the web, it's money related. It's more often than not, it's probably East European or Asian organized gangs running big-scale operations around the globe. They don't care about you. They don't care about your company. They just care that they get their money. It's pretty sophisticated. For example, the African or Nigerian letters, they are on purposely misspelled, badly written, because they target only the dumbest of the dumb. They don't have to do any extra job in interviewing smarter people, like probably us, who can spot us like that quite easily. No, they target the dumbest of the dumb, because they know that if these people respond, they have their work cut out by like 95%. They can just directly start almost transferring money from them, or requesting money, and they probably will get it. So that's not a real threat to us. But the other matters which are widely used in World Wide Web, for example, they are meant to be hidden, classified, secret, in the background. And they also want your money, your Amazon account, your credit card numbers, your even your Google accounts, if you have a Google Wallet, for example. And there's a one particular subject in this kind of malware that I like to emphasize, because most of what we see here in Finland originates from Ukraine, Belarus, or even Russia. And there's a very political reason for that. In those countries, the difference between legal job and illegal job is negligent. There's no big difference at all. It's almost the, well, mafia guys, they might even pay more, you might even have better job security, better benefits, better contacts for future jobs if you work for them instead of illegal ones. Because you might have even more problems with the legal ones, with your authorities. They might harass you much more, or in a, for example, in Belarus, I don't know if you can, as a citizen, really trust your government, but you can probably trust the guy who pays your bills, who probably has good contacts in the government. So it's for job security reasons, money reasons, it's almost better to work for nothing. And so we have this kind of a big scale problem right now, because mafia is after our money. There was one particular Ukrainian internet service provider which tried to exterminate the problem from their data centers. They knew they had a lot of these gray services running there, fishy kind of. They didn't even know especially what they were doing there, but they knew that these were illegal operations. So they booted them out. They just said that you have 2 weeks of time and then your contract is terminated. And what happened in 2 weeks? Well, if you have ever, well, you probably haven't, you can probably imagine 2,000 burning computers in a building. And that was a quite clear message for all other local ISPs. You can try to imagine that nobody tried to do the same trick again. So it's a political problem, I would say. Mostly. There, of course, we have these hacktivists who probably are the most visible part of malware around. They might be political activists from Palestine or from China, or they might be pranksters from 4chan or from wherever, anonymous, defacing websites which have very poor goodwill. That's by far the most largest part because it's the most visible, but it's also the least troublesome. There's no real threat other than, well, minor inconvenience for companies or probably a hit to their image or this kind of thing. But no real threat of money or well, public relations for some companies is money. Okay, I'll grant that. Then there are, of course, governments. We talked about that earlier, but the thing I'm most interested in isn't probably what the government wants to plant in your or extract from your computer. It's the things the government wants to insert into your computer. If you're a journalist, for example, you might be much easier to arrest in a country if there's something illegal found from your computer, which was inserted in a hotel room when you weren't there, for example. And the next border crossing or a random police frisk up, you might get arrested and jailed and whatever. And this is most likely operating system independent or not related to your choice of operating system. I wasn't prepared for this at all, but yeah, there are a few points I like to bring out, and for those more troublesome topics. I'm not going into the details on which kind of web attacks there are. There are dozens of different kinds. Hijacking your traffic, hijacking your keylogging you on a specific website, or hijacking the database traffic from a particular website. That's out of my scope at this point, but most of, if the malware isn't money related, then it's almost certainly political. And political